Hey Carson, Robert here, emailing you to talk about our performance these last 90 days and how we move forward from here. I understand that you're measuring the return on investment Closewell has provided Family First for recruiting. And what I need you to know and understand is that recruiting is only part of the value that we've offered Family First. Closewell provides much more than that. Some clients struggle with that, and that's okay. Closewell has been providing Family First with branding, reputation management, marketing, as well as recruiting. And this is all necessary to help take Family First from 7 to 70 locations. We know that Family First is transitioning, pivoting from a sales-based growth to an operations-based growth model, and seemingly almost 100% dependent on Family First's ability to recruit nurses. Now, I live, eat, and breathe recruiting, and I know that successful recruiting is based around company reputation, company brand, company culture, and company vision and mission. Job postings do not communicate that to your job seekers. Job postings do one thing: it gives your open positions visibility. To take Family First from 7 offices to 70, we have to communicate all of this to your target nurse audience, and digital marketing, it does this for you. Through our digital marketing and recruitment advertising strategies, Family First is communicating your company culture, your competitive edge, your values, mission, and benefits to all of the nurses in the state of Florida. Now, why is this important? It's important because it will directly affect Family First's reputation, brand, and ability to recruit long term. Through our digital marketing efforts, nurses that are not searching for jobs and nurses that would never consider working with Family First will be introduced to Family First through social media, and over the short and long term, they will become intimately familiar with Family First's culture, brand, competitive edge, opportunity, mission, and vision. Now, that gives us the ability to recruit nurses none of the job boards could ever offer. Now, let's look at our first 2 campaigns now. As you see on the screen, this is the metrics for our registered nurse campaign. We ran this campaign in June. Now, out of all fairness, our first 30 days of retainer is usually spent on just setting up and getting prepared. However, we knew we didn't have that time with you, and so we knew we had to have advertisements running in this first 30 days. And we did successfully run a multiple week campaign. What I want you to notice here is on the reach. We reached over 30,000 registered nurses. 30,000 nurses saw Family First's brand, got to understand their vision, their culture, and their opportunity. Generated 146 nurse leads. The feedback from Samantha was that she never had an advertising campaign where every nurse she spoke to remembered specifically the advertisement they applied to. She communicated that she usually spends her first part of the conversation replying to questions about how she got the resume and where they might have replied. And the second part of Samantha's feedback was that she had over a dozen candidates in the pipeline to the offices and dozens more that weren't a good fit for compensation or you didn't have open leadership positions for, but she was very excited about how full her pipeline was. Our next campaign was in June. Again, we ran a couple of week campaign targeting LPNs, and again, we found outstanding success. As you can see from the slide on the screen, we reached over 6,000 LPNs. 6,000 LPNs getting introduced to Family First Home Care's brand, opportunity, culture, and benefits. And what you'll see here is that we did generate, I believe, 71 leads. The feedback that we got from Sam on the LPN campaign is that it was an even higher quality than the RN campaign. So super excited about that there. What you see on the screen now is our marketing strategy moving forward. And what we are building is a 4-stage marketing funnel to funnel qualified nurses to Family First for hire. What we need to do is execute this first layer of the funnel, which is purely branding advertisements. These are video plays, they're not conversions, and so they are less expensive, but very important in building the foundation in order to get the conversions. We want to use a critical care transition ad. We want to use a couple of ads with patients and families, and Doug did such a great job. There's still some content we can use there. What we'll do is monitor and measure what part of the target audience watches through a certain segment of the video, and those people will be moved there to the second layer. That second layer is going to talk about the Family First culture and employment opportunity. It's informational, and again, we're going to use footage from patients and nurses as well as from Doug. The third layer of the funnel, that's going to be testimonials from your Family First home care nurses, as well as we still have some great content from Doug. And then that fourth part of the funnel, that's the conversion. And what we have been looking for and waiting for is the opportunity to go ahead and connect with Family First home care patients and nurses. We understood very well that using your actual patients and nurses for your website and your marketing was your top priority. What we'd like to deliver for you before the 10th of the month is 120 to a 240-second commercial that you can use for marketing, that we could also use the video on your website homepage, outlining all of the great things that Family First Home Care does for your patients and your nurses. With that filming, we'd also use that material to edit to go ahead and create all the advertisements for this campaign. What I'm forecasting is if we're able to go ahead and do the recording, we're hoping for next week. We're hoping to get lined up with a patient and a family on each day, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. That'll give us all the material we need to create an amazing commercial or two for Family First Home Care, as well as get all the content we need to create the videos for this funnel. If we are able to go ahead and move past September 10th into our next 30-day cycle, what we project is that our campaign will generate roughly 300 registered nurses and roughly 150 LPNs. And what we believe is somewhere between 400 and 500 qualified nurse leads for your team to chase down. Moving forward from there, we would be able to scale back some of the spend on the advertisements, because as we keep running ads, the branding and the informational needs do lower. And this is a campaign that would continue running for you. Again, the goal is making Family First a household name with every single nurse in the state of Florida. So the next piece we'll talk about is your organic social media. We have been posting daily on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We have not yet been given the access by you for the administrative to your company LinkedIn page. Many reasons that social media organically is important, and you'll see a lot of that in the email below. Also included is a link that talks about your job posting. I know there's a super significant spend for Family First monthly on Indeed, ZipRecruiter, and now Career Builder. And the information in the next video will show you how you can really maximize your return on that investment, so that way you can ultimately start lowering your spend on those sites. Because what I'll tell you is this, most healthcare companies in the country are only generating 10% of their own leads. Okay, they're spending an amazing amount of dollars for those other 90% of leads. The biggest and most successful healthcare companies in the country are scaling back their spends with the Indeeds, the ZipRecruiters, and the Career Builders, and they're utilizing digital marketing, and those companies are generating 60 to 75% of their own leads. It's much more cost effective, and they're getting a much better return on investment, and that's exactly what we want to do for you. And so, everything you need, I believe, is here. If you have any questions, please just let me know, and look forward to you letting me know when our next meeting is. We appreciate your business, Carson, and have a great day.